I never thought I'd say this out loud, but if I could go back, just once, I'd stop myself from walking through those doors. At 82 years old, I've lived a full life. I've seen joy, pain, change, but nothing prepared me for what I experienced after moving into a nursing home. People think it's an easy decision. They say it's safer, it's more convenient, they'll take good care of you. But no one talks about what you lose: your freedom, your voice, your place in the world. This isn't a video to scare you. It's a message I wish someone had shared with me, because there are things you don't see until it's too late, and once you give them up, you may never get them back. So, if you're thinking about a nursing home for yourself or someone you love, please stay with me. I'm going to share 6 hard truths I learned too late. And if this helps even one person make a better choice, then telling my story will have been worth it. Regret number 1: losing my independence. The biggest shock wasn't the small room, it wasn't the cafeteria food, or the schedule. It was the slow, creeping realization that I no longer had control over my own life. Before the nursing home, I had choices. I woke up when I wanted, went for walks, cooked when I was hungry. I lived on my own time. But here, everything runs on a system, not yours, theirs. You eat when they serve you, sleep when the lights go out, and even simple things like deciding what to wear can come with restrictions. I remember the first week I was here. I asked for a walk in the afternoon. They said someone would assist me, but no one came. By the 3rd day, I stopped asking. That's what losing independence looks like. It's quiet, it's slow, and it hurts more than you expect. You begin to forget what it feels like to make your own decisions. You feel like a visitor in your own life. If you're considering a nursing home, ask yourself honestly, are you ready to give up the little freedoms that make life feel like your own? Regret number 2: feeling forgotten. When I moved in, my family promised they'd visit often, and for a while, they did. My daughter came by every week. My grandkids stopped in after school. It made the transition feel bearable. But then, life got busy. Calls replaced visits, messages became shorter, and slowly I started to fade into the background of their lives. It's not that they stopped loving me, but I was no longer part of their daily world. I became someone they checked in on when they had time. Holidays were the hardest. Everyone said they'd come, but most didn't. I found myself sitting in a common room surrounded by others, just like me, waiting, hoping someone would walk through the door, and I watched as my neighbors did the same, day after day, smiling when a nurse passed by, hoping it was a visitor. Sometimes people cried, sometimes they stared at the wall, but most of the time, we just waited. If you move into a nursing home, prepare yourself. Out of sight often becomes out of mind. And that kind of loneliness you can't prepare for, because you can have people all around you and still feel completely alone. Regret number 3: losing my sense of purpose. When you live alone, even small things give your day meaning. Watering plants, making coffee, folding your laundry, they seem insignificant until they're gone. Here, everything is done for you. Meals, cleaning, even reminders for medicine. At first it feels like a relief, but slowly it feels like emptiness. You wake up with nothing to do, no one who needs you, and the hours begin to stretch endlessly. I used to fix broken radios in my garage, tinker with old books. Now I sit and stare out the window. You don't just lose tasks, you lose a sense of being useful. There's a deep sadness in realizing that no one depends on you anymore. So ask yourself this: what gives your life purpose right now? And what would happen if it were all taken away? Because when purpose disappears, so does your energy, so does your will. Regret number 4: declining faster than I expected. Before moving in, I was active, not perfect, but I could take care of myself. I made my meals, took daily walks, managed my routine. But once I moved here, things became too easy. And that's not always a good thing. When everything is done for you, your body starts to forget how to move. My legs stiffened, my back ached more, and I started needing more help than I ever had before. The truth is, if you don't use it, you lose it. Every time I chose the elevator instead of the stairs, I got a little weaker. Every time I let someone carry something for me, I lost a bit of confidence. I thought the nursing home would keep me safe, but I didn't realize it would make me weaker. And weakness doesn't come with a warning. It creeps up quietly until you can't get out of a chair without help. If you choose this path, don't stop moving, because once your strength starts slipping away, getting it back is harder than you think. Still watching? Please comment number 4 below if this is connecting with you. Regret number 5: losing privacy and dignity at home. Privacy was something I didn't even think about. It was just there, here. It's a luxury. Doors open without knocking. Staff come in and out. Sometimes you wait to use the bathroom. Other times you need help just to get there. And often your room is shared with someone you didn't choose. I've heard crying in the middle of the night, loud TVs, arguments, snoring, and there's nowhere to go. When you lose privacy, you start to lose your sense of self. You feel more like a patient than a person. I remember the first time I had to be helped into the shower. The young aide was kind, but it still felt like something inside me broke. It's hard to explain how it feels when someone has to help you with your clothes, when someone else decides when and how you bathe. Dignity matters, and once it's gone, it's hard to reclaim. Regret number 6, realizing it's harder to leave than you think. I told myself this would be temporary, that I'd try it, that I could always leave. But leaving a nursing home isn't always easy. My home had changed, my independence had faded, my confidence had slipped. My family worried I couldn't manage on my own anymore. And honestly, I wasn't sure I could either. Time passed, and the exit door felt farther and farther away. Your strength fades in quiet ways. You forget the steps you used to take without thinking. And soon, the idea of moving back home feels more like a dream than a plan. Once you're in, life adapts around you, and going back to the life you had, it's no longer as simple as packing your bags. So before you move in, be sure, because getting out may be harder than getting in. Final thoughts. I don't regret growing older, but I do regret believing that this was my only option. What I thought would be comfort turned out to be confinement. This isn't to say that nursing homes are all bad. Some people truly need the level of care they provide, but if you still have strength, if you can still manage with a bit of help, then fight for that independence. Consider in-home care, ask for support, explore every option, because once you step into this world, you might find it very hard to step back out. Thank you for spending this time with me. If even one person rethinks their decision because of this, then I'm glad I shared. Please leave a comment and tell me what part of this message resonated with you most. And if you found this helpful, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who may need to hear it. Take care of yourself, and remember, your time, your choices, your freedom, they matter more than you know.